morning, all you Swisher family homesteaders. How you all doing today? All right, so check it out. We got a nice day so far. The sun ain't out yet. Yesterday was beautiful. It's supposed to be about 70 degrees today. So I'm going to be able to get a lot of work done. I am really happy it's not muddy anymore. Because, you know, every time you go to your cabin, you get on the porch, it's mud, it's mud, it's mud. We've tried doing many different things to try to stop dragging the mud in. Sometimes you just forget. You legitimately forget. And next thing you know, you're sweeping your floor in your tiny cabin. Now, subject for today is all right, Tennessee, the weather's changing. The elements are starting to come into play. The animals are starting to come out because winter is about done. In Tennessee, they have what they call a scenario of freeze that you can, I guess you could say it's a scenario of freeze. Well, you get your freezing points. Now we have one more freeze coming, okay? So the last freeze we had was what they call a dogwood freeze. What would happen is it'll get really cold and then the dogwoods will bloom their white flowers, all right? The last freeze is coming up. I don't know when it's gonna be, but it'll be coming up soon, and that's called the blackberry freeze. The blackberry freeze is when you see the little small berry plants with the little small white flowers. They'll start blooming. So do yourself a favor. When that freeze comes, keep an eye out, look around your surroundings and find out where those blackberries are, because that's a source of free food. And I love blackberries. Actually, we're gonna have blackberries, raspberries. I'm planting those, blueberries. I'm planting all those here. They'll do very well because of the soil. I am backed up to a winery where they grow grapes, and from what I understand, grapes and the soil content that we have here are absolutely phenomenal. They do fantastic. So we're gonna try to see if we can do some grapes. You can see, man, it's pretty windy today, so I don't think I'll be dropping any trees today because we have not a cold front coming in, but they say it's a low, so we have a low coming in. And the low that's coming in is gonna have rain tomorrow, and then which would be Tuesday, and rain on Wednesday. So I'm not real happy about that because, man, the longer it goes without the rain, the more I accomplish. Yesterday, me and Amy had so much to do between running around, doing laundry, and that's another thing on the homestead I want you to realize. It's not cheap to do laundry on the homestead. Right now we're just going to a laundromat. It's costing us a ton. We go every 2 weeks, so it's averages about $50 every time we go to do our laundry. But like I said, hygiene is very important on the homestead. You have to stay clean. You have to take care of yourself, and it's one of those things, you know. So just remember that if you decide to do this, and me and Amy are doing it, we're really doing it. I mean, you see all the woods, the stuff we've cleared out in previous videos, you'll see how much progression we've made through the time that we've been here. And you know, we've really only been on our homestead now for what, 2.5 months? That's not that long for as much as we've accomplished in 2.5 months. I'm here working, you know, from the time she leaves in the morning, and yes, Amy works. I'm retired now. But from the time she leaves in the morning to the time she gets home, luckily she doesn't have to drive in the dark anymore when she comes home with a time change. And I love the time change. The time change means I get to work longer. Now you're probably saying, why are you excited you get to work longer? I get to accomplish more. Because, you know, I got about a 15 to 20 minute drive to Tractor Supply or to a hardware store or to a grocery store or anything of that sort, gas station. And that's kind of a long drive for me, you know. To drive there and drive back, you're talking that's an hour wasted. So it's nice to have this. Now, the reason why I'm doing this video today is because I kind of want to show you guys that, you know, your homestead has to be clean. You have to clean your homestead. You cannot let your homestead go. By letting your homestead go, you could cause yourself a lot of problems. We're in the process now of cleaning up all the leaves on our homestead. Now you're talking leaves that have dropped on this ground for years and years, and composted. And we're going to start a compost pile. Don't get me wrong, we're not just going to get rid of them. Some of them we're going to burn, because the monstrosity amount of leaves we got here, I'd have a pile bigger than the tiny house with all the leaves. But the reason for cleaning up leaves is because, like I said, now it's nature is coming alive. It's starting to do stuff. You can hear the birds, and squirrels are everywhere, and the snakes are starting to come out. We have a friend of ours who's another farm who lives down a ways from us. They're in the process of building their tiny cabin, and they're also in the process of starting to build their home. So with that formed, they have seen a lot of copperheads lately, and this has just been in the past couple of weeks. So you have to be safe. Well, copperheads blend in really well with the elements of the leaves on the ground around the trees. So what we're going to do is we're going to clean up all of this around the trees. We're going to clean up all the leaves through there, and on the other side where the chicken coop's going. Called a guy yesterday, tried to buy a trailer. The guy really didn't want to work with me on the trailer. You know, he's pretty set on his price. I don't think it's really, the trailer's worth that price. So I'm probably just going to end up building my own. When I told Amy, I says, well, get me a welder and I can weld. And I can weld. Thankfully, my dad taught me how to weld. But I can weld, so I might be building my own trailer. So you guys might be able to see me build my own trailer. Sometimes I'm good about doing the camera thing, and then sometimes I'm not good about turning it on. I'm going to try more to be more consistent on turning the camera on when I'm doing stuff so you guys can see. But yeah, but right now, snakes is our first priority. Clean up the homestead, rake up everything, and you know, well, let's show you what we've done so far. All right, so as you can see, we have been raking. We raked up all this. I built a toolbox right here. This is my toolbox I built. This is to keep my tools in so they're not weathered. They don't have to stay in the back of my truck. So I'll come over here. You'll see the piles that we've been cleaning up. All this stuff. I mean, pile after pile. We're going to clean this whole entire area right here. All of that's firewood, so I'm going to have to cut that up. And then all this. This is our firewood pile. It's mostly small stuff, but hey, it burns. I got some fire in there, or some wood in there now. You see some smoke coming out of the stack. So we want to get this all cleaned up, because right here is where, if you're going to get a copperhead, the copperhead's going to hide right around the tree. They want to blend in with a tree. So if you're in Tennessee or wherever you're at, make sure to look at your surroundings. Make sure to look at what trees you're by. Make sure to take a look. Look at them trees way back and forth away. Ooh, it is pretty windy here in Tennessee today. So we got our burn piles that we burn stuff. Burn pile there. This is the leaf pile we're going to start burning. And another thing is too, is when you're burning leaves, make sure to put a perimeter around your leaves. Don't have anything that can really catch around them. Now what I'll do is I will work close to it and keep an eye on it, and make sure to keep folding it into the center and letting it burn. So we've cleared out all the way down here, because our road's going to go down here, and then it's going to go out that other side way over there. It'll go out to the main road and it'll curl around. And I just want you to kind of see of all the stuff that we've done. This is all the clearing we did. The truck, the cabin, and that's more of the clearing we did. I think we've done, man, look at these trees up here. Ooh, they are swaying, boy. You gotta watch out too, because there's branches on them trees that are dead that drop down right next to you and kind of scare the poop out of you. But so my plan is to clear this area up today and start clearing all this up. All this stuff right here, I want to get all cleared out. And I think that would be awesome if I can get that cleared out. That'll make me happy. Amy will be happy. It shows we got some work done, you know. But like I said, you see how everything is organized and's got its place at the homestead. I am very clean about that because I don't like to dig through a lot of trash, you know. That's just the way I am. That's how I was brought up. Yeah. All right. So, and we went and got ourselves a pitchfork. So I have a pitchfork now. These are basic necessity tools that I've been using. I got my rake. I got my steel rake. I got my leaf rake. I got my cutters. I got our infamous spade shovel. I have our log lifter. And we have our new pitchfork. So we can pick up the piles a lot easier than trying to scoop them with your hands. It's crazy. So at that point, guys, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start cleaning this up. And you guys can watch me if you like. If not, you know, don't forget, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, tell your friends about us. We're trying here. We're the homestead that's really homesteading, like some of you all out there. We bought land that was covered in trees, that was overgrown, and we're making it into a homestead. By the way, quick brief little message, or a little info. You see this area right here? Once I get these trees out of the way, the chickens are going there. I'm building a chicken coop over there. They have full run. We're going to plant grass. They're going to have a blast. We're going to have grass all the way through here, so, because I like grass. Well, at that point, guys, guess what? It's time to get to work. So I better get going and quit jabbering. All right? You see how easy that was? Pitchfork is a lifesaver, let me tell you. So as you can see, I got all this cleaned up to that tree line. I got all that cleaned up there. All this has been cleared out now. And when I get back, I'll start working on all this stuff. But unfortunately, I have to go back to town. So that's another hour drive on my part. And gotta do what you gotta do, you know? Man, some work. Look, leaves are burning, little batches. Can't do a lot because you don't want a big fire. I gotta go pick up some fuel, and I forgot I have to get sandy wipes. I have to get hand sanitizer for the chicks. I gotta clean the chicks out today. I gotta get some water. We got some empty bottles of water since I'm going to town. I'll do it anyway, but that's what I'm doing. So I'm off. See you guys in a few. Bye now.